Welcome back to Foot in Mouth. Today we're going to be doing some predictions. But before we get into it, I just want to remind you guys we are doing a fantasy league this season. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I said I wasn't going to do it this season.
I do still need to join that, and I'm going to join that.
That's news to me. Okay, sick.
Yeah. Sponsors back. Sponsors going to join. Ethan's going to join. I'm going to join.
I've never done a fantasy league thing before.
Man, you'll probably still do better than me. I can tell you that much.
Got him.
I can tell you that much, bro. But yeah, look, we are here to talk predictions. And not only predictions, but Arsenal's win over Manchester City to really do the pre-season treble in some
Arsenal
style.
have done it.
In some
They've
style, bro. MLS All-Star Skills Challenge.
Huge.
MLS All-Stars 5-0 victory.
Huge.
Community Shield.
A little bit less than the MLS All-Stars, but still big.
How many
community
shields is that now?
I don't know, but Rio Ferdinand's a little bit salty. Did you check his response? He just tweeted out, I couldn't tell you how many community shields I've won with a laughing emoji. It's like, okay, yeah, we get it, Rio, we get it.
Nice.
But yeah, again, the trophy itself, I couldn't care much about, but the fact that we finally got a win against Man City.
No, it's huge.
I will take it however it comes, bro, be it penalty shootout or otherwise.
Or a deflection goal by Trossard.
Or a deflection goal by Trossard.
But yeah, let's get into the game. I think Arsenal had a better first half.
Yeah,
I think Arsenal was the better team in the first half.
I was going to say
Havertz had both of his chances in the first half.
Some good chances.
Close chances. I think he probably should have scored.
It's a little disappointing that if he didn't miss those chances, if he didn't have those chances to miss, people are just saying how good a game he had. Because everything aside from those moments, literally. Solid.
I do think he was
solid
good.
Performance. But those two moments they just showed exactly why this man is not a striker, bro.
Classic Kai Havertz, isn't it?
This man is not a striker.
I was hoping though that Arteta would know that he's not a striker and he wouldn't play him there.
But Jesus' injury made nonsense, bro.
You have Trossard, you have Nketiah.
You do have Trossard and Nketiah, but like again in a game like this, you bought Havertz he's a 65 million pound signing. You're finding a spot for him in the team.
But not the striker, if he's not a striker.
That's what I'm saying.
But he has so much experience as striker, why not? Yeah, and again, he got in the right positions. His finishing was just whack, bro. Nketiah doesn't get in those positions.
Yeah, but you need to finish it off, bruv. Otherwise,
100%. You need to finish it off if you are a thoroughbred striker. And that's why I'm not holding the misses against him.
Why put him there if he's not a thoroughbred striker?
Because he can cover.
Someone like Nketiah who is.
Because he is cover. And again, Nketiah is going to come in. I'm pretty sure that come the Nottingham Forest game, Nketiah is going to be starting as striker. I wouldn't be surprised. But again, it's the return of like proper like competitive football. It's it's Wembley. It's our second home. You know what I mean? Throwing Havertz in there, that's going to be big for his morale. Even though he did have those misses, he contributed so much to the team.
I think he had a good game. To be honest, I think all the new transfers had a good game.
Declan Rice defensively.
Deckers is very solid.
Looks like he's settled in
that man was tracking back like he was possessed, bro.
Yeah,
one thing you did notice about Deckers though is there's a lot of time where he calls for the ball
and he doesn't get the pass.
And he doesn't get the ball. Which fair enough, he played for West Ham where he was the captain.
Yeah, you're used to getting the ball anytime you call for it.
So I think he might have a few communication breakdowns because of shit like that, but he's a good midfielder. I would rather see him defensively than offensively still. Even though I think he wants to walk around and go do whatever.
Look, I think he is gonna develop into a different type of player now that he has more freedom. Mm-hmm. Because before, he's calling for the ball like that because he's the one that has to take the responsibility. Yeah. Not only because he's captain, but because technically he was the best player in that team.
For sure, yeah.
Now you've come to Arsenal and you got a whole lot more players around you who are actually at your level. You know what I mean? So you don't need to have the ball all the time now. Mm-hmm. Read the game. Move into the spaces, you know. And I think as he starts to do that, when he starts to realize, hey, I've got time to do more of this. I think because going forward, he can offer a lot. He makes some driving runs. So I'm not against seeing him like contribute more offensively. I'm with you. Defensively, dude, that is your role.
That's your place.
But I think the more he realizes how much more time he has, I think that dude's just gonna go from strength to strength, bro. And he actually has quite a nice partnership with Partey. That duo in the midfield work quite well together, bro.
Yeah.
And I know it was the first game, but to have any type of chemistry against Man City, bro. I was telling Ethan, Man City's XG was 0.05 after the first half. Yeah. I can't tell you when that's ever been that low for them.
But City don't start like coming out.
Bro, I don't care.
They pace themselves.
I don't care what Pep looked pissed off.
He did look
after that.
I
don't care what you want to say. Pep did not play that game to lose. Neither did any of those players, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that they start slowly.
Yeah,
I
for
guess.
sure.
Last season they definitely did. Arsenal led the way for most of the way, but last season we didn't get a win against them, bro. Like,
Yeah,
this
no,
is
I
this
think-
is so big for us, bro. Morale-wise.
I think no matter how you look at it, I know it's a community shield, it means nothing, but I think for them to beat City, it's huge. For the players, and I think
I
even
just
for the
speak
league.
from our perspective. Like we beat City last season in the Community Shield. A terrible season, innit?
Through,
But you didn't have a run of 9 defeats against them in all competitions. Like, you didn't have a
But
record
my
to
point
put
is
to bed.
that our point is like, yeah, it's a good win, good for morale, but it's also don't read too much into it.
Look,
Yeah,
that's
for
why I
sure.
say the Community Shield itself, that's just the bonus. The prize for me
It's a
was
game you wanna
getting
win,
the win
obviously.
against City.
Yeah.
Just psychologically.
Yeah.
Getting over that hurdle, bruh. We haven't been able to fucking do it, dog. Like, it's been terrible. So to see that meant a lot more to me than that trophy. But I was happy to see the players celebrate that trophy.
Yeah.
But I think again, in that moment where you realize, bro, we won this over Man City, bro. Like, to finally be able to say that for this group of players.
and also in a penalty shootout.
And
As soon
Ramsdale
as
saved a penalty, bro.
Logan told me if it goes to penalties, there's no way Arsenal win.
I told him straight before the game, I said, I can see it going to penalties, but if it goes to penalties, then we're done. And Ramsdale, and of all people to get a penalty saved, Rodri, bruh.
And KDB missed.
KDB missed.
He just missed.
Again, don't read into it.
Yes,
No,
sponsor, yes.
I'm not reading it, but again, these are things that happen.
okay, yeah, we
like, they are
mentioned- yeah,
things that happen.
splitting facts.
Whether it's preseason or not, you don't expect Kevin De Bruyne to hit the crossbar in a penalty shootout.
No.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
You don't expect Aaron Ramsdale to save a penalty.
Never. You
And
don't
now he's
expect
done
Aaron
it twice,
Ramsdale to
2
save
games.
anything.
2 games, 2 shootouts in a row, bro.
But having said that, I expect Kevin De Bruyne to put away the next penalty.
Oh,
Because
for
it's
sure.
KDB.
100%. I mean, same with Bukayo Saka. He missed the one before this game. I'm not going to lie, I got a little bit nervous when he stepped up. I was like, yo, the fact that
Yeah.
he just has to have another, because if he missed this, they'd have eaten him alive.
Yeah.
They would have eaten it. It would have been such a rerun of what happened. Not to the same degree of the Euros,
He would have
but
been
everyone
eaten
would have been like, nah, he's finished. He would have just tried to get in his head about it. So I was happy he scored his penalty. And Fabio Vieira,
Yeah, he scored
the
a nice,
way he hooked
scored
that
a nice penalty. He got the winning
until
penalty.
I saw that net rattle, I was like, oh no. He really fucking thumped that, bro.
Yeah, no, I see. I hope Vieira gets more game time this season.
He has to. He has to.
And I hope they don't try and replace him or like loan him out or something. Just actually play him in the team.
I also hope he hits the gym a bit more. I think it's really the only thing that he's lacking right now. He has
Body
no
shame the
physicality on
kid, Logan.
No. I just mean
Yeah, you
it's
can't
like.
just come
you
out
can't
and
just-
like fucking.
You
That's bro.
damn, bro.
Sorry, I don't know the exact quote from Mikel Arteta, but even he himself said he needs to bulk up because the
To be
league is
fair-
physical. The way he gets pushed off the ball,
Look,
bro.
to be fair, our target audience, or just our audience in general, I'm pretty sure they don't care about stuff like body shaming.
Well, that's what's wrong with them. You should care about body shaming.
Nah, he's gonna feature a lot more this season. Last season was his integration period, and it didn't go according to plan. I
No,
think
it didn't.
even though it was his first
He
season,
had a
I
lot
think
of
he could have done
competition,
more.
though.
Yeah, and look, and to be fair, he did decently in the games. In the like, he got some bangers.
Yeah.
Scored some bangers last season. Again, it was the consistency, but you only get that with regular minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think this season you're gonna see more from him. He
Also,
definitely.
Just to touch on the goals, nice goal by Cole Palmer. That guy's that I've watched City.
I liked him last season.
I've seen two or three games where Cole Palmer has played, and I think he scored in like both games I watched him play.
Nice,
yeah,
solid,
he's
bro.
a young winger.
Such a
Say
such
it,
a
Spons.
generic name,
Yeah, it is
yeah.
kind of
Cole
generic.
Palmer.
Cole
He's a
Palmer.
young winger, and yeah, he's got a nice left foot on him, and he scored a nice outside the box curler, dude.
Yeah. And to do it against Arsenal, that's also, we're talking about morale boosts and all that. For a kid his age to get a
Yeah.
goal like that against Arsenal.
Big
bruh.
time. And then
Like-
obviously, yeah, Trossard then scores in what, the 92nd minute?
Dude.
The 90th minute? Or
But
like-
again, that time was
Good for
only
you to
there
take
because
it,
of that
Take
injury.
it back to 1-1 vibes.
Yeah, right.
Took it back to
Literally
1-1.
in the last.
It was the most unlikely thing ever.
No,
And
it
again,
was-
if that deflection doesn't happen, it's not a goal.
It's not a
Yeah.
goal, yeah.
It's
exactly.
not. That wasn't a great
It's
shot.
completely not a
It
goal.
was not a good shot, bro. But again, you don't get that goal unless you go for it. And Trossard had that.
And
Fuck it.
Speaking of Trossard, he's going to be a star this season.
Bro.
We should call him Trossard.
No, no, boo.
Don't boo me.
I saw people calling him Bossard. And
Okay,
I was
that's a-
just
that's a
like,
good
"Aye,
one. That's a
decent,
good one."
decent. But yeah, this season, Trossard and Timber are going to give Arteta his biggest selection headaches. Because Timber, you can literally play him ahead of Zinchenko or Ben White. And Trossard, you could play him ahead of Martinelli or Nketiah at least while Jesus is injured.
Yeah, for sure.
So you're going to have some... But that's a nice problem to have.
No,
bro.
it's exactly. And they're all young too.
That's a really nice problem to
But
have.
I do think Trossard. I think he could be Arsenal's best player this season. I think it'll be him or Saka.
It's always
Saka.
Bukayo.
You think Saka?
He had a solid game, bro.
Yeah, he had
The
a
way
good game.
that's why Declan Rice was left waiting for the ball, because everything on the right hand side, they realized Saka was cooking there, bro.
Yeah, let him cook.
Like literally, even Ben White had a solid game, bruh.
Yes, Ben. He didn't. I think he fucked up a little bit, didn't he?
No, but I didn't say perfect. I'm just saying solid, because again, we were playing Man City. Man
Yeah.
City's wingers are beastly. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
they
I don't
are.
expect anyone to have an easy time. Someone who did have an easy time with Erling Haaland of all people was William Saliba, bro.
Yeah.
When Haaland came off, the man didn't have a single shot at goal, and he barely had a touch of the ball.
What are the odds every team knows Haaland now and he's shit this season?
I don't think the odds are high, because I think what gave Saliba the edge there was the fact that he's as big and he's as quick. I don't think many defenders can compete with Haaland physically and with pace. There's a handful of defenders who can do it.
He just out muscles and out paces people, bro.
And not only that, but
physicality.
you
he's
saw
just,
full on.
He's just that much better than everyone.
You saw full on, bro. Saliba's whole job for that day was stick to Haaland.
And it
That's the
worked.
only time you saw him. It was when Haaland was making a run.
He's gonna have these games.
Yeah, well,
With-
he's completely quiet.
But like bruh, it's just.
Look, that was unreal. I'm sorry, we've seen a lot of Haaland before, and this man was. I forgot he was on the pitch when he came off. Bro.
In those moments, are you better off with like a Aguero type striker instead of like a Haaland
No,
type? Because
I
Aguero's
I
gonna
think
get.
yeah,
There's
because
enough
you need
goals
someone.
in-
You need
Nah,
someone who
I
can
don't
do
know.
more off the ball.
Yeah,
Haaland
there's-
is so direct, bro.
No,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. I would say because you're taking a very good defender out of the game. Also, at the same time,
Fair
if
enough.
he's gonna be like, man,
Completely held up.
and there's enough goals within that City side, bro.
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
So there's no, you don't need another type of. In my opinion, you don't need another type of player in case he has games like that. You just leave him in there.
I think that
'Cause
is
he
what
will still-
Alvarez
he will
is
still-
there for.
He will still tuck it away if the chance comes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if he's around the area.
But-
Yeah.
I think that's what Alvarez is there. But Alvarez is on the pitch at the same time.
No, I think Alvarez came on as a sub. I think I saw some shit afterwards. I think he did come on as a sub.
Oh,
I
they weren't
don't,
on the
think he
pitch together.
started. I think he came off for Haaland.
Either way, I
But-
just know Alvarez got a yellow, and I was like, thank Jesus, at least this ref can give City players a
No,
yellow.
that's the thing. City does have, they do have Alvarez. They've got the depth where if they need to switch Haaland out for someone else, they can.
But their overall depth is lacking now,
He's a
bruh.
bit lacking. They're gonna sign Guardiol. Guardiol is.
They just got that.
Yeah.
It's
He helps
done.
them out at centre back,
It's
and I
done
know he can play at
that-
left back
they
as
don't
well.
need him, bro. Like
Yeah.
the depth
Nah,
is
dude,
there.
he's so. But I think they're gonna sell Laporte.
I think the defensive depth is there. I don't think the attacking depth is there
Yeah.
anymore. No Gundogan, no Mahrez.
Even midfield depth. Remember last season, for the most part, Pep didn't start De Bruyne a lot, because I think
Yes.
De Bruyne is getting to that age
Yeah,
now
he's
where he's
getting
like,
up
listen,
there.
we're gonna bring you in when it's crunch time in the season. Then
Yeah.
you'll start more. But last season, Pep eased him the fuck into the team, bro.
Yeah, the whole team. But that's what I said earlier on. Like Man City's buzz is they pace themselves. They treat it like a marathon, not a sprint.
yes.
Is this Calvin Phillips season for Man City finally? Do we think?
I
He looks like he's in much better shape.
I would think so. I think it's about time. If it doesn't happen now, it never happens.
I don't think we've ever seen City sign a player and then kind of let him go without him like having a run in the team.
Yeah.
Like they don't do that. They don't sign players and then like, oh yeah, look, this kind of was a mistake.
I'm
You can-
assuming Pep's got an idea when he lets Gundogan go. And I'm hoping that idea isn't just Kovacic.
It's Kovacic, bro.
It can't just be
It is him.
Kovacic, though.
But why not? He's so solid.
Yeah.
He looks better in Man City than I ever gave him credit for at Chelsea.
Yeah, but
anyone's gonna look better.
But I still don't think he'll. I don't think he'll reach Gundogan levels though. Like
That's gonna be
Gundogan
a
was literally
hard ask,
was
yeah.
Man City's captain.
It's going to be a tough ask.
I don't know if he necessarily can fill those shoes.
And again, as far as clutch players go, like
I know, especially at
Gundogan-
the end of last season, he was scoring
that
the
dude
most
is
important
in,
goals.
He's literally him and Origi. They are in leagues of their own when it comes to clutch players, bro. It is bizarre.
Nothing
But yeah,
beats- nothing beats Origi.
one thing I'd actually be curious to see is if West Ham actually try and buy Calvin Phillips, or even like a loan or something, because they've got all this Declan Rice money.
Yeah, well,
Maybe isn't City needing him for quota?
For the
probably,
English.
yeah, for the English,
I
yeah,
think
Possibly.
that's probably true.
That's
Yeah.
not-
What a shit way to hit that quota by signing a dude that genuinely is like a decent player. He just
No,
needs in a
he-
team where
he-
he can play.
He'll get time. Though. I'm sure this season he'll get some time.
Yeah, I mean,
Speaking
again,
of-
with how little depth there is.
I know. Speaking of this season, though, you want to get
Yeah,
into predictions?
speaking of this season, look,
Hey, before we get into predictions, can I just there's one more preseason game I wanted to touch on.
Okay. Okay, sponsor.
It's not a Liverpool game. What happened to what's that man's name? It's not there anymore. Who's in goal now?
Onana.
I heard man likes the chips, bro.
I tell you what, Ramsdale nearly got on Nana yesterday.
He did
He
nearly
did nearly
by
get on
Rodri.
Nana
But just
yesterday,
confirm
bro.
it in us. This is the second time this man got chipped.
Second time.
This
But
is-
Ethan warned he warned the
hey.
viewers on the last
So-
episode.
so-
Ethan
so
said
If you watched
straight.
last
If I
week's
come
show.
across like I'm being, if I'm negative or trying to bring up shit stuff for United, that's not my intention.
No, I
My
didn't think that at all,
My
yeah.
intention is to bring to the table Ethan's solid prediction skills.
Yeah, nice.
Because we're about to go into the predictions.
Exactly.
I'm
it's
not-
a good
I'm not-
segue.
I'm-
It's a solid
you get
segue.
me?
It's a solid segue.
I don't know whether to be pissed or flattered, Spons.
Or impressed.
Flattered.
Just
Flattered.
I
impressed.
just explained that you should be flattered. I'm not.
thank
We're
you.
talking about if you're looking at it from the United's perspective, lol. But we're not. We're looking at your prediction skills.
Yes.
Do you have any more predictions? More
Yes, I said the same, but I think Hoyland will get 10 goals. I think Hoyland will get. He will
That's
get
the
10.
Haaland wish list.
Yeah, he's the
Listen,
new.
we jumping guns.
We are
here.
jumping guns.
Let's start with the log, okay?
Go
We're
for
going to
it.
start with relegations, and then these pussios over here didn't do a full log of predictions, which I understand is
Because it doesn't
unnecessary.
fucking matter.
No, it's
So
not-
we're gonna
not
do a top eight.
you're
We're
not
gonna do a top
No,
eight.
he's making it like we did think about it, but we want to give educated or at least
Yeah.
The most educated
logical guesses.
Fair
not
enough,
just
fair
the-
play.
Pull it out of
Fair
our
play.
arses.
So we're going to start with the relegated clubs, and then we're going to go through our top 8. So I'll start right. I think right at the bottom is unanimous for us, right?
I think we will have 2 of the same relegation clubs each,
For sure. For sure.
and let's say them
At
together.
least 2. Okay. No, this isn't school, bro. Fuck
Luton
this.
Town and Sheffield.
Yeah, I've got Luton for bottom of the log. Luton. What you got Luton as well
Yeah, I
for
mean,
bottom. You got Luton for
responsible.
bottom. I think
actually, to be honest, I didn't want to give them bottom because that's a bit swag,
mean.
but
Nah,
it's
but it's-
logical. So
come on.
yeah, it's Luton and then yeah.
And then for
Forest.
19th, I got Bournemouth.
I got Forest.
You got Forest 19th. I got Bournemouth. I think Bournemouth. I think
also I got my bottom.
you
three
got
is-
Sheffield for
My
19th.
bottom 3 is Luton, Bournemouth, and Luton, Forest, and Bournemouth. Yeah.
Who's your bottom 3?
I just think
Mine
I
is-
think Bournemouth have run their course, bro. It's
You
like,
think so? Yeah, they had one season.
I think
they
they've
had
run
one
their
season
course,
up in
and
the
they
Premier League.
haven't
Now they're
done
gone again.
nearly enough in the transfer window to help themselves out, bro.
No, I do get that. I do get
if
that.
they have another Scott Parker start like last season, they're not gonna get away with it.
That's true, but I mean, like Sheffield United, guys.
Dude, Sheffield
Come on.
United.
Who do you? What has Sheffield United done?
Nah,
bro?
but
I
I
see
think they
Sheffield
have
finishing literally just outside, 17th. I got them
Sheffield,
17th.
that fresh in the Premier League.
Nah, but
they
also-
didn't
first
even
time in a long
dominate the
time.
championship.
They
bro.
came
What makes you
second,
think
bro,
they're gonna
and they
survive?
came second to Burnley, who did dominate.
Burnley dominant. That's why I think Burnley
Exactly.
will be safe. I think they'll be the only
Nah,
ones who are safe.
I think Sheffield United, they've got Premier League experienced players in there currently. They may be aged, but they've got experience, no? They've got experience. And they've actually been making transfers, bro. They genuinely have.
Luton's just there for the gag, innit?
Yeah, for sure. They like a. That's no way.
I honestly think that they have more than what Bournemouth can offer. At the very least, more than what Bournemouth can offer, bro. And Nottingham Forest, my 18th. For 18th, I've got Nottingham.
Yeah, I've got Nottingham Forest too. I think without Navas in goal, they had him on loan last
They
season.
just did sign Matt Ryan from Arsenal. Well, it's again at the time. of
Who's Matt
recording.
Ryan?
Who's Matt
He's
Ryan?
the US #1 goalkeeper.
Matt Turner?
Matt Turner. Whoops, Matt Turner.
You
Matt,
see- you
Matt,
see, you don't
no,
even
Matt,
know.
Matt Ryan was the goalkeeper we had on loan, the Australian keeper.
Okay.
As if to prove our point. Who
Yeah, it's
the
like,
fuck
am I the Arsenal
think
fan
they-
like
yeah,
you?
who did-
Excuse me.
who
Look,
did
he's
this?
featured that little for the club. But yeah, Matt Turner, US #1
That's
goalkeeper.
still such a step down for Navas, and I think Navas was the only thing.
Possibly.
Obviously now they have Ilanga. It is worth pointing out they do have Ilanga now.
I still don't think it's
Ayewayemi.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. If
Awanyini, I don't know how
I don't know if I said if you're
Yeah,
offended by
yeah,
that,
yeah.
I'm sorry. But
I don't think it's enough. I don't think it's enough.
I don't think it's
Attempt.
enough either. I think they're out. I think they will take the last spot in the bottom 3.
You know what's ironic is that I know I got homie's name wrong, but I do actually rate Matt Turner. Like I rated him as a backup keeper.
I thought you rated Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan. Yeah,
I do actually rate Matt Turner, but again, I think
like a Tom Clancy character.
what helps with the rating of him is because the US's World Cup, they did decent. He was in goal for them. He's not a bad goalkeeper. I
sure.
understand he's not Navas level.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't think he's going to be enough to keep them safe this season in the
Yeah.
Prem. But I do think, as far as signings
five
go,
points.
as far as signings, because they also signed Austin Trusty from
you know
Arsenal.
how when they measure good keepers, they're like, this keeper gets you at least 10 points a season.
Well, look, we haven't really seen that from Ryan
So
yet,
what I'm
from
saying,
Turner
give
yet.
a point. Fuck, Logan.
I haven't seen Ryan at all.
Last it, man. Last it.
Yeah, fair play. Okay, look, we'll move on to the top 8 now. We're going to skip all the other shit.
Do you want to start from the bottom up?
Yeah, we start from 8th. I'll start. In 8th, and I feel like Owens may disagree, I got Brighton.
I actually have Brighton too.
You got Brighton? Who you got in 8th?
Oh, I got fucking Spurs, boy.
Spurs.
Really?
Okay,
Respect?
So yeah,
Respect?
there is some
I
respect.
wish I had your type of optimism. I wish I had your optimism, bro. 8th was obviously Conference League, no?
Yes. Yeah, I think so, right? That's
No,
where-
it's 7th.
Okay.
5th and 6th is Europa. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
7th is Conference
it's
League.
getting lower and lower every year.
Fair. Or they'll add another one,
Yeah,
bro.
something
So
like
what? Brighton is in the Europa this season.
They are.
So that's gonna take some
Villa
of their
got
focus. I could
Conference
see
League.
them doing very well in the Europa, to be
Do
honest.
you know what? The thing is, they could very well finish 8th on the log and still win the Europa.
Win the
possibly.
Europa,
I could
yeah.
see them winning the
I
Europa.
could see them winning the Europa too.
I could see them winning Europa.
Obviously, now there are talks that City wants Matoma.
Yeah.
If they lose Matoma, that's tough.
For the record, sorry, Sponzi, I know I gave you props for your optimism. I actually have Brighton in 9th. I know we're doing top. Spurs in 9th. I have Spurs in 9th.
Yeah,
I know we're doing the top 8, but I have Spurs in 9th.
probably-
I have Brighton in 9th.
I probably would have had Spurs in 9th too, to be honest. But
No?
yeah, Brighton it's gonna be tough for them, dude. Like there's so many good teams this
Especially
season.
if they lose Caicedo, bro.
Yeah.
I don't think they. Oh yeah, Chelsea does. Chelsea does.
looks very...
If they lose Caicedo and Matoma,
apparently wants to move.
You know what, no? I will give them this. If they lose Caicedo, I would bet money on them to replace him effectively.
For
it's
sure.
a matter of how soon they
yeah,
can
it's
replace him.
it's not going to be done in half a season.
Yeah, bro.
So I think giving them a solid 8th is not bad. Obviously, that is worse than they finished last season.
Yep,
But
it
it's still-
definitely
but
is.
it's
But
still
again, it's just because the
consistent.
rest of the league got stronger.
Got
Yeah.
better.
I
so-
don't think that they've necessarily gotten so much worse. It's a matter of everyone else has gotten so much better, bro.
Yeah, I think so too. Spons, do you want to say anything about Spurs being in 8th?
in 8th.
No, that's, I
You just think as they're lane this
it's
season.
just like, look, if they lose Harry Kane, which is the most likely going
Seems
to,
like it's on the
Then,
table.
then 8th is, if anything, 8th is
yeah,
actually...
then 8th is a bit of a stretch, actually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yo, fuck, that sounds crazy to
Nah,
say.
he kept them afloat for long enough, bro.
and
28
I think he
goals
will keep them afloat.
last
If
He
he
kept them
stays.
afloat for long enough.
in that Spurs side is
It's tough, dude.
crazy.
It's a lot, bro. And Son's gonna... He can't do it all. Nor can
No, he
Richarlison.
Oh, well, Richarlison's had a good preseason, to be honest.
Hey,
He
it's
scored
pre-season.
more offside goals.
I'm pretty sure he looked good in last pre-season also. But anyway, look, let's move on
I
to
don't know why
7th.
Ethan likes Richarlison.
In
I
7th...
like the Brazilian.
Yeah, me as well, but fuck that dude. In 7th, I've got Chelsea.
Okay, do you have Chelsea in
I have
7th?
Villa.
I actually have Villa too.
You guys both got Villa in... Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Explain why Villa in 7th.
Again,
Because that's also a drop for them.
Yes,
no,
it is.
that's the exact same
the
place. They
same.
got Conference League this season.
I could see them focusing on the. I could see them getting very far in the Conference League. I could actually see them
They could
win.
win
I
it.
could see
They
them winning
could
it.
win that
yeah, I
easily.
could see them winning it for sure.
If West Ham were favourites last season, bruh.
And I don't know if they'll necessarily have the depth to do well in that knockout tournament and do well in the league.
Yeah.
So I don't see them necessarily doing better. I don't see them necessarily doing worse either. So I'll say 8th. They have made obviously that Diaby
seventh,
guy.
seventh.
7th. They have made that. They signed that Diaby guy.
Yeah, bro.
was
And Pau
apparently-
Torres.
Yeah, they-
and Tielemans.
Tielemans.
Tielemans
They've got a new spine. Not so much a spine. Diaby plays in the wing, but I think he can play up top. But like they've got a new centre back and they've got a new centre midfielder. And the two of them are such a step up from what they had.
So this was tough for me though, because for me it was pretty much I could easily put them in 6th. For me, 6th and 7th.
For sure.
For
It
me,
was
6th and 7th
interchangeable.
are completely interchangeable.
Yeah, I've got Aston Villa in 6th.
Yeah, for me, 6th and 7th are completely interchangeable. So, and you know what? I'm gonna change it.
No,
gonna
you can't
change
do
it?
that. No, you
Can
can't do
I?
that.
Can I sponsor? I'm gonna change it.
Okay, who's in 7th?
Why?
Newcastle.
Newcastle in 7th. That is a bit of a bomber. Okay.
I'll go Newcastle in 7th.
What's the point if you're just gonna change?
Newcastle
No,
in 7th. Final decision.
Yeah, let me finalize it. I'll go Newcastle.
Okay, so I'm
in
I'm
7th.
going Chelsea 7th, Newcastle 7th, Villa 7th.
Yeah. No.
You sticking
Yes,
with
I'm
Villa?
Villa 7th. Yeah.
Alright.
Why-
I don't know why.
Why Chelsea?
Chelsea, I think they're gonna improve.
For
But
sure.
again, I think that in them finding their feet as a team, as decent a preseason as they had, in them finding their feet, every other team is so much more prepared.
Yeah.
I just think that this season's just a season too soon for them. Genuine. I think next season you're gonna see a serious bounce back.
Yeah, I think they'll do better
Next season, a
as well.
serious bounce. I like a lot of the players that they bought this season and last season. They're gonna come to be much better players this season. But again, I just think the rest of the season, the rest of the league is just more prepared, bro. There've been a lot less drama to deal with there.
Yeah,
A
that's
lot
fair.
less of a mess to clean up. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Speak for some of us. Right?
Okay, so you've obviously
Well, look,
now
I,
you've,
don't- I think Villa is just the best of the rest at this point.
Yeah.
they are my dark horse.
They
We're gonna
on
get
that
into
buzz.
dark horses. I
And
jumped
like
there, but
Chelsea, I don't know, put some respect on them a little bit more. I don't know.
And on Poch, bro.
And
And on Poch, respect.
Put
I
some
respect the
respect on
man's
Poch.
game. I do respect it.
for me, the whole I hear you on the prep, but last season was fucking the last month of last season was kind of a write-off for them anyway. So I feel like I'm hoping they for their sake they had that prep, started last season. So maybe they're actually a bit ahead of everyone. Hence why they had a good preseason.
They did have a good
So maybe
preseason.
they are prepped well. I don't know. That's why I'm just giving them 6th and not 7th.
Not 7.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
it's a
think
massive improvement from what 11th.
they had a decent preseason.
Yeah.
I think the same
No,
as
they,
you
did
said, but
good.
I don't
They won
think
the fucking summer challenge thing. That's more than a decent
that's a
preseason.
big
I guess, but I mean, like some of the results were like okay, like
Still though, they're playing Premier
Did you
League
win your
competition.
summer challenge?
Yeah.
we won the Emirates Cup.
What the fuck does that even
Plane.
mean? That's a plane, yeah. That's a plane.
Played on a fucking. What's his? Oh.
Alright, so moving on to 6th place. Like I said, mine was interchangeable. I got Aston Villa in 6th. You guys pretty much explained all the reasons why I think they're going to do really
I now
well.
have Villa in 6th.
So you
as
got
well.
Villa in 6th as well. Yeah, Spawns, who got in 6th?
I had the Blues in it.
Chelsea.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Fair,
Yeah.
Europa League football for them.
I do still think
I think it's just they've invested so much money, dude.
They invested that much money last
they
season.
did invest
as
that
well.
much.
And they've invested more. You know what I'm saying? So, like, money talks.
So does Poch.
Money didn't talk last season, bruv.
Yeah, they had-
Money hasn't
had
spoken
Lampard,
much
though.
for Ten Hag yet.
Hey, we got 3rd.
Yeah, and you did get a Carabao Cup.
Yeah,
That's
money
true.
does
That's
talk,
true.
and so does Ten Hag.
Okay, so that's
And it's
6th.
Chelsea, man.
Okay, yeah, I think here we're going to differ probably. In 5th, Sponsor, you take it first. Who you got in 5th?
I got the Magpies.
Okay. Newcastle 5th. Ethan, who's in 5th for you?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. I got United in 5th.
Gosh.
I got United in 5th.
That's a bit off.
Damn, it's tough out here.
I got, and again, I think the only reason I put United in 5th is just because I don't think that they complete just yet. Again, most of this is just where the transfer window is at currently.
The transfer window is
Anything
still
could
gonna be
happen.
open for another, like, 2 months
I'll
or
say
something.
when the league really, when the window closes, we can do some touch-ups. But for now, I think 5th for United. I think
No
Onana
touch-ups.
has shown that he's gonna have his work cut out for him, getting
touch-ups.
adapting to the new style of play and shit.
More chips.
More chips. But yeah, I think 5th to United, just as things stand.
But yeah, no touch-ups.
So why would you put the Newcastle in 5th? After last season, you think they're going to
Because-
drop off?
Look, I still don't. The other managers compared to Eddie Howe,
Eddie Howe.
it's not.
Eddie Howe doesn't convince you.
No
I'm kind of
disrespect.
responsible.
But like, he
Damn.
doesn't have that pedigree of the other homies. They have the experience at least. I'm gonna say. I mean, yeah, he's got last season, but now this season he's got a bit more expectation. He's got more money, and the
And
ambition.
he's used it well, bro.
He's used it well, but the
Tonali looks
ambition-
good.
The ambition
Tonali
of
does look good.
the club is now better. So I just don't see them. I don't see them.
You don't see them
challenging.
stepping up from what they did already.
It's because the other teams are they're just more on it.
Fair play, and I guess
more.
they do also have a bit of an aged
They
backline.
need one more season, I think, to be seriously considered for like
Maybe.
proper. I mean, there's no. I mean, not saying they can't get it, but I feel like that's where
That's the limit.
that's their not their
I
limit.
can tell
but
you
think
now.
that's
Their level.
I'll tell
Yeah.
you now, next season, Alexander Isaac is going to cook, bro.
Yeah.
More than
Yeah.
ever, he's going to cook.
No, and I mean, like you said, Tonali is a good signing too.
Yeah.
Newcastle definitely have gotten some.
Going to miss
but
him some
I,
Maximin, though, bro.
and I do totally agree with Spons. I don't know if Eddie Howe is at that level.
Yeah,
They
not
might
yet.
they might have to get like a bigger manager before they can officially get to like the top 4, the top 3.
I'm all for Eddie Howe at the helm, bro. Genuine. I think I
Is it?
wanted him at Arsenal before we got Emery. When we replay after the work that he had done at Bournemouth, when Ryan Fraser was there and Wilson was there and all, with that Bournemouth team, that was a solid team, bro.
Honestly,
And I
to
was
me-
like, come on,
To
Eddie
me, out of
Howe,
those
dog.
managers, Emery's the only one I do see who can be at that
Yeah.
level.
Well, yeah,
You
but
can't
he's
get Aston Villa
also
all the way to the
no,
top.
for
You know,
sure.
if Emery had Newcastle,
Yeah, done. Done.
He's got that in him. I think.
Yeah.
Do you
I
know?
think
You
so
know
too.
what I will say? The thing is, I also kind of root for Eddie Howe by default
No,
because
no,
he
I
is the
agree.
underdog figure.
If he gets
But
a
also,
trophy, bro, then
what
he's
I
there.
liked about Eddie Howe was that was a manager who, yes, he didn't have the clout behind him, but he was a manager you could full on see his style of play. You could
Yes.
see him implement it, and you could see the players taking
Nah,
to
he
what
does
he was
have a
giving them. You know what I
clear
mean?
identity,
So at
man,
Arsenal,
yeah.
when we had lost Wenger, like I say, before Emery came in, when he was one of the candidates, I was all for that because I just thought this makes sense. He works with young players. He knows how to play the similar style of football that Arsenal. I mean, that's why we sent Jack Wilshere there as well on loan.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of the club was he can integrate back into our system much easier.
Yeah.
So I do like Eddie Howe's style of football, and the fact that he pulled it off at Newcastle last season, I don't think it's a one-off. Obviously, I think they're gonna one up.
We did play some high still. We're not putting.
Fair
we're
enough.
not putting Newcastle in. Like
Yeah,
the bottom.
100%. I do feel you.
It's just
I just think
we're
the top-
placing
the
them
top four.
considering
And
the
that
other
is actually,
teams.
it's a fair assessment of Eddie Howe. He doesn't have that track record just yet.
Dude, I mean, look at that. Okay, well, we're gonna get into it, but look at that top four. Look at the managers. Look at the players. Like
Yeah.
those are established clubs that are in that top four.
Okay, so on the top 4 note, Ethan, who you got in 4th?
I just do want to touch on Chelsea. I said Chelsea's in 5th.
Yes.
I think Chelsea's going to do really well this season. I obviously
You have been backing them behind the scenes.
the only issue I could see them having is depth. I think if players like Nkunku and
a lot of depth.
I think if
Fofana's already out now.
Quality in depth.
because
maybe.
if Nkunku goes and Nico Jackson, if either of them get injured, I think they lose a lot of their striking power. And I think
They may have to hold on to Lukaku.
and I think they might have to. And I think Chelsea's strength is going to be their attack. I think they're just going to have to outscore everyone.
Yeah.
And I think with the players they have, I think they
That's
will.
not sustainable.
It's a big season for Mudryk.
It's really not sustainable.
It's a big season for Mudryk.
Speaking of, I think Mudryk will be Chelsea's best player this season. I think this will be his
You
fully
think
breakout.
he's going to
season.
be the new Havertz? You think?
Yeah, I think he will fucking. I think he will. I know. Yeah, he will fucking. I know that. Obviously, he's young. And he's not going to probably score as many goals as like Nkunku and a lot of the other players. But I think if you watch him, he will be their standout player.
I think that's a fair assessment.
Think that last
He's
season
had a
was a big
good. He's had a good preseason.
Yeah,
He's
he had a
definitely
really
good
good
preseason.
I don't think you
preseason.
heard what I said at the end there. He stood at last season
For being
being
shy. I know, no, that's the thing. Last season, I did also have expectations for him, but I will admit
He avoided the 007
he
title.
Was quite,
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
yeah.
quite
He
shit
did it
last
with
season.
the
He
007.
just had the potential. So yeah, he could do it.
And I mean, new coach, new system.
And it's Poch. It's a good coach.
Poch is a good coach,
Good
dude.
coach.
I think we got to
That's
give
why
this
with
guy.
young players, isn't it?
Yeah, we got to give this guy a lot more credit, dude.
Okay, yeah, on to 4th. Who you got for 4th?
I've got with me team. I've got me badge.
Man United in 4th. Alright.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop there. Let you guys go.
Swansea, who you got 4th?
I feel a bit swag about this one, but I got Arsenal in 4th.
Fair play. Fair play. Look, to each their own. To each their own.
That's a drum. That's a fucking bomb.
To each their own. But look, I got the shades on because this is a cool season. I'm not stressing.
He's hiding the tears right now.
We all know who's gonna finish in first.
I'm
man.
not stressing, bro. I'm not
Those shades are winning the league, bro. God damn.
Okay, you got Arsenal in 4th. I got Newcastle 4th for me. I think
That's a
Newcastle
good. Yeah,
4th.
that would be
bold,
good for
but okay.
Newcastle.
I genuinely think Newcastle.
I guess we can start there. That'd be good for Newcastle.
Yeah, and again, I think that they are a team. They are in the Champions League this season as well.
Exactly.
I
That's
think
why
that there's
that's a
still.
bit
I
tough
think.
for them
I
to
think.
finish fourth.
I think there's still a bomb or two in the transfer window for them that they're gonna drop on us. Tonali was unexpected. That was a big transfer.
No, it's a good
fee.
signing. Tonali
And
is
that
good.
was, I'm pretty sure, just tip of the iceberg. They sold St. Maximin. They have to replace him. They're gonna get some new winger that everyone's gonna.
No,
cut
well,
for.
maybe we'll just see that Anthony Gordon guy. Remember, he barely played last season.
Yeah,
maybe
but
we'll just see him start now.
You could start, but the thing is, when you're in the Champions League, you're not going to integrate a new young player. You need to get someone that has some
fair enough. Yeah,
boom behind
he is
him.
young.
You know what I mean? You got St. Maximin's gone. It's not that he was a bad player. His injury record was just terrible, so it made sense to get rid of him. For the fucking amount of money they got, though, I'm pretty sure that is going to be investigated. But anyway, like, they're gonna do something else in the transfer window.
Here's the thing, though.
That dude from Napoli, that Kvaratskhelia or whatever his name is, however you say his name, I wouldn't be surprised if Newcastle gone for him, bro.
Yeah, I could see them going for someone, but I don't think that is like the make or break of the team.
I think you get a winger that is solid enough to partner up with Isak, and you are golden.
But
you got Bruno Guimaraes in
you could
midfield.
just put Isak on the wing though. He can play on
But
the
why would you sacrifice that though? He's so good up top.
Did you
But
play
why
Callum
still go
Wilson?
Callum
Did you
Wilson,
play
though,
Callum
But Callum
Wilson?
Wilson's like 33 this season, boys.
So he's still going to play
he's
this
still gonna
season.
play, bro.
He's gonna play, but you don't want him leaving the line in the
Imagine-
Champions
imagine-
League. Callum
imagine-
Wilson at the front, nah. Bro.
Isak on the left, Wilson in the front, and
To-
Almiron on the
to
right.
me,
Perfect.
it makes much more
Perfect.
sense, and it's much more feasible to get a solid winger for a good price and still have Isak in his best position
Oh,
up
yeah,
top.
yeah, definitely. But if they don't, it doesn't.
It doesn't make
It's
or
not
break
end of the
them.
world.
That's what I'm
Callum
saying, make or
Wilson also
break.
has a fucking shitty injury record, eh? His injury
Yeah.
record is not good.
Fair enough. Obviously, worst case scenario, if you take into account injuries and stuff, there's not much depth in that Newcastle team. But I think the starting 11 is a good team even without Saint Maximum.
No, for sure. I mean, he barely played for them last
Yeah,
season, and look where they
exactly.
finished. And that's why I'm saying I just think that had he been injury free, I think he's in that starting 11. I think one of those other players
for
doesn't
sure.
quite
Yeah,
make
for
it.
sure.
I think Almiron doesn't get his purple patch because he doesn't get the time. You know what I mean? So I think that in an ideal world, St. Maxim is there for the team last season. And I think this season, in an ideal world, they have someone that can offer what St. Maximin did offer them. They don't have that anymore, but no one had that flair. But yeah, I got them in fourth. Man United in fourth. I think it's a solid shout. Fair. I got them in fifth, so I think it is a solid shout.
Yeah, I think no matter how you look at it, United does worse this season than they did last season.
But not by much, though.
No, not by much, and it's not their fault. The league
And fourth
the
is still
league's not their
Champions
fault.
League.
Yeah, the league's got an order. It's
Fourth is still Champions League.
It's not their fault.
It's not their fault that they aren't as good as the league anymore. It's not their
It's
fault.
not their fault.
But I think it's fair to
Everyone
say.
else's fault.
Yes, I think it's fair to say that they at least do one position lower. So instead of finishing third like they did last season, we'll finish fourth this season. There's a lot of things to take into account. Our goalkeeper's completely different. And as much as people want to talk shit about De Gea, he did still get a golden glove last season.
And he didn't get chipped.
He did still
twice.
only concede. He conceded single digits at home last season. He did get the most clean sheets.
He got you guys into the Champions League.
And
Yes.
now he's gone.
And now he's gone. So Onana's in, and obviously
What's his name?
we've watched 3 games by Onana, and we've seen him get chipped twice.
I think he's a much better keeper.
He's a solid goalkeeper, and he's better for different reasons.
I think he's
They both have
much
their.
better.
It's
I
almost
think-
it's like if you cast it as Spider-Man. You know, you wouldn't cast Toby in the Tom Holland ones. You wouldn't
I was
cast
gonna
Tom
say,
Holland in the Toby ones.
I think for this,
It's different systems.
I think in a normal team, yes, Onana is the better goalkeeper. But
Yeah.
but I think the team that United has, and
Yeah.
the fact that we're still so heavily on the counter, we're such a counter-attacking team,
Yeah.
and we aren't
Good enough.
we aren't offensive in the air. If Onana plays a long
Which is what
ball,
Hoyland is hopefully
if
gonna
Onana
do.
plays a long ball upfield, nobody's gonna fucking win that header. Do you think Bruno is gonna win that header?
Yeah,
But Hoyland will.
Ronaldo's not there anymore.
Yeah.
Do you
Look,
think Anthony's gonna win that header? No, none of these players are gonna win those long balls anyway. So why? Yeah.
I'll
laugh
put
at
it.
that
I'll put it like this,
Sorry,
Ponzi.
okay, I'm gonna stop
in
now.
my opinion, in my opinion, if Sir Alex Ferguson was in charge of United, the Gea stays all day.
Well, he signed to Gea, so I'd hope
Yeah,
so.
but I just mean more in the sense of how his style of play, the
Yes.
Gea is perfect.
It's
for.
perfect. United doesn't need to be playing out from
Yeah.
the back because you know why? Because we're gonna do fuck all with it. So why play out from the back? Why not just
Easy,
get it?
easy, bro.
Sorry. Why not just?
Why don't you just trust your manager? Like he knows what he's
No,
doing.
no, I think
Because
he
I've
does.
watched him kick Ronaldo out and now to Gea.
Nah, look, I think even in all honesty, I've heard him say enough to believe that he does trust the
That is-
manager. I just think that De Gea was just such a solid keeper for the most part.
Yes.
He had a lot of bad moments last season,
obviously
but
he's-
so did every other player in that
Exactly,
team,
and
bro.
obviously he is at the end of his career, but he had one more season in. I don't want to get into this though. We have Onana.
You've gone into it already, to be honest.
I think
And Onana's solid, bro.
Onana's a good goalkeeper. I think Onana comes into this league as the 3rd best goalkeeper in the league.
It's a fair shout.
So
I
I-
would have argued with you before seeing a few Ramsdale performances recently. So now I'm like, nah, go for it.
Yeah, I think
Go for it.
I think that's fair to say. As much as Nick Pope is good, I'm still putting Onana number 3.
Yeah.
But
I will say Heaton had a masterclass of a preseason.
No, yeah,
game against
Heaton
Arsenal, bro. Yeah. Like, what? That was the most unreal performance. I didn't expect it from him, bro.
No,
I didn't expect
Heaton's
it.
had some. He actually has surprised me, but he hasn't been complete dog shit. But we have Onana. He is gonna save us.
And
a lot.
Onana's gonna keep you in fourth. It'll get you to fourth.
United's issue was never defense though. We had a great defense. United's issue has always been scoring goals. We had the same amount of goals last season as Leicester, and they were relegated. So
That's
that
very
tells you
true.
all you need to know.
That is very true. That is very true.
And now we're coming into this again with no striker because we've spent fucking 40 mil on a goalkeeper, which we didn't need, and we didn't have enough.
70 odd mil on a maybe.
Oh, for fuck's sake, maybe Mount. But I don't see United. I see United having.
number 7.
I see United having the same issues last season as we did this season. We won't score enough goals.
I don't know.
Hoyland's good.
I'm
But
excited by Hoyland, I can't lie.
I am excited by him too, but he's apparently injured already, so
Yeah.
that's a good sign.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have another injury-prone striker. That'd be really nice.
Him and Marshall are gonna become such good friends.
Yeah, they're gonna love, dude. Yeah, fuck me.
Okay, Sponzy, why are you hating? What's
I
happening?
don't know,
Arsenal in
bro.
fourth.
I
What's
actually
going
don't
on?
know. Like
This
after
is a
the,
hate spot.
after I know,
This is
I
pure
know, I
hate
feel
spot.
bad actually because like I'm still on that.
Because you realize you're wrong now. I'm joking.
Nah, because I can't change it because I'm not pussy and like also like I'm still on that fucking unconvinced train with Arsenal and Arteta, and
Wow.
it's it's not merited at all because they are just. They should have convinced me.
I think
don't
it's
know why.
merited. I can't argue with anybody who would say that we didn't get to the finish line last season,
Nah,
which
but that's-
was in our hands.
that's not the-
That's why I'm saying I can understand, because I don't think Arsenal's the finished product either. I don't think we're the finished product
But
at all.
again, I'm gonna say it again. This is not consider like from Arsenal's perspective. This is more considering the other teams around them.
Fair play.
It's
yeah.
like, damn, I don't see. It's not that I don't see Arsenal finishing higher or finishing third or something.
last
I don't
season really
see
was
them-
the golden
But I
season
don't
for
see
us.
them beating the other teams that are gonna finish third, second, and third. That's my trip. Yeah, but I don't know. The fact that they challenged last season, came out of the blue, they overachieved, and I think
We're going to be caught out a bit.
Not caught out. Yeah, I think fourth is a bit harsh. I should give them third, but I'm gonna stick with my fourth.
I can say I'm excited to see you proved wrong this season.
Yeah, I'm hoping they prove me wrong.
I am excited to see you proved wrong. It's a cool season, yo. It's cool season.
Yeah, keep the shades on.
Keep the
Hide
shades
those
on.
I'm
tears.
stressing the season, bro. Yeah, you're gonna see the first defeat, when we get into that bad patch. That's gonna eat.
December.
That's gonna eat, bro. Yeah, COVID saved us from that before because the season is suspended. But yeah, like I think we're gonna be solid. We're gonna be solid. Going to third, I'll kick things off because it seems unfair. I got Liverpool in third.
I've got Liverpool too.
Oh, okay. I got United third.
You are expecting a lot from Liverpool this season. I'm just gonna say that
Me?
now.
Me personally, or just in general.
In general.
Why? Okay, we're not talking about.
Because look, we know they're not third, but yeah, okay, I got Liverpool in third. I think Liverpool are they're coming back into the Champions
For
League.
sure.
Love the new players. I think their attack is going to once they have all options available, bro.
I appreciate the respect. James.
Once they have all
I'll take
options
third.
available
I'll
in
take third
attack.
from the outside.
Look, and what's his name? Darwin's had a solid preseason.
And
Solid player,
I've
isn't
been saying since they signed him, he is a good.
Well, we
fucking
all
player,
said
dude.
that. We
Yeah.
all said he needs some time. It was just funny
Look,
laughing at all the misses,
We
bruh.
look good going forward. We still look a little bit.
I think Virgil with that
Spurs,
armband, I think you see a new Virgil. I'm not gonna lie. I know he's getting old, but I think putting that armband on him
Yeah.
officially, I think you see a brand new Virgil.
I don't like Virgil last season, not because of how he played. I didn't like. He still carried himself as he was
The best.
the fucking best.
Yeah.
Like, I feel.
Mind over Matamus.
Yeah, but like he
You
wasn't
carry the
performing.
mentality with you.
Yeah,
I think
but it was-
that did cost a few players, I'd say.
Yeah, I hope he performs the way he carries himself.
No, he will.
I'm not saying he mustn't carry himself. He's out of character if he's not so confident and cocky.
Dude, that's why I say
But
with the
he's-
armband,
yeah,
I think he stays
fair
in
enough.
that mold, bro.
I think it's a bit of a hectic one to lose Henderson and Fabinho in one.
That's your main
window.
engine.
But we have replaced them with decent players, or at least one of them with.
The thing I think you'll miss most with Henderson, with Henderson.
Turned into Mike
The
Tyson
thing-
for a second.
The thing I think you'll miss most with Henderson is his fucking ability to read the game, bro.
That
the
and-
footballing head on that man's shoulders.
And the
The
fact-
LGBT leadership.
Well, no, I mean
The
obviously,
laces.
obviously that was
It did a lot for the club's
The rainbow-
image.
the rainbow
obviously
laces.
that didn't mean anything because he's literally going to Saudi
know.
now. It's like, we obviously know where the man.
That's an episode for another day, bro.
But our target audience don't care about that stuff
Yeah.
apparently. So
They should.
you should. So yeah, look, I respect. I'm happy that you guys are still respecting us because I mean we literally finished shit last season. So
Yeah.
third is
No,
I'll
that is
take
good.
it.
Yeah, that is definitely good.
I think
definitely
you guys
take it.
also last season were victims to not having a full squad to choose from week in, week out.
But it actually just shows that like it's that everyone is on the same page here. Liverpool is still I think with okay, I don't know about your
Whoa,
predictions,
what
but
the-
I mean it's the closest, if not the between maybe one other team to challenge City.
That,
That's-
now, look,
that's-
I guess by my standings, I agree because I put them third.
Yeah.
So I do think they are one.
Yeah, so
the-
there's
the
only-
other
well,
team
there's
other
only
than
one
of
other
the-
team.
So I
Yes,
guess,
then
but
yeah,
I
I
guess when
agree
you
too.
word it like that, it's just weird because I didn't realize that's what. Maybe I need to make a switch as well.
No, because that's how
No,
you
I'm
must
jo-
think,
I'm joking.
if you're
I-
considering who
I
else is
feel
going
you.
to challenge them.
I feel you. I think they're gonna finish third, just ahead of
Also,
Newcastle. in
as an
fourth.
outsider, I will say this is less faith in Liverpool and more faith in Klopp.
Yeah,
I think
I think he can work wonders with this team.
But Liverpool is Klopp, but Klopp is Liverpool at this point.
But you know what I mean. This is less faith in the players
This
individually.
goes
yeah.
to what we were saying about how what sets Eddie
Yes,
Eddie
yes,
Howe's
yes,
disadvantage
yes,
is
yes,
the
yes.
quality of manager we got in the top.
We've seen Klopp do a rebuild.
Yes.
And he's come out and said this is the second rebuild here. He's fired up. He also came like there's also like this things of what's gonna happen to Klopp now that Liverpool have taken this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's come out and like he wants the
He's part of it.
He's part of this rebuild now. So that has revitalized everything.
Yeah.
And that's why I say these predictions aren't considering the club themselves. It's who's around them as well. So ultimately, I think they're the only ones that will challenge City. Yeah. Or really have
You keep making it worse and worse.
Because
Ultimately, I think they'll beat City.
No,
That's what it's gonna- I think
that's
they'll
what
win
I'm
the
hoping for. But ultimately, they're the only ones that have proven to be able to do it.
Well, we saw Arsenal do it this year.
We saw Arsenal do it last season.
Push them to the to right to the
Arsenal
line.
didn't pull them to the line, fair enough.
Yeah, that's
But
the
this-
only
but
thing.
again-
But no one can because
No, not only that, the credit I give this Arsenal team is the fact that we did, because remember the points tally we finished on was more than the points tally Liverpool finished on in that season when they
Correct.
pushed Spurs. And we were much younger than that Liverpool side was. Much younger.
Yeah. Didn't have Champions League though.
I do think.
Yeah, because we had a much younger squad with a brand new manager.
Yeah, but no, that's what I'm saying. This year you got Champions League. You're playing for a lot more now.
And we got more depth. Look, cool season. Cool.
Yeah,
I'm not
Liverpool third, and
Liverpool
they
third.
could easily probably win the Europa easily.
So
Yeah.
Okay.
Why do you
Who's
say
in
Man
third?
United in third?
I say United third because of them being there before, and also in recent years.
Once they're there, they're not going to go out again.
Not really that. It's more in recent years they have also snuck in there quite a bit when everyone's looking at the first place running away with it. There's been a couple of seasons where they're 19 points behind City, but they're the ones that were there. So I'm considering that, and they've done it a couple of times. I'm going to throw them in second because, third. Because what I'm saying there is, if someone doesn't challenge. Whoever challenges City is going to be in second, obviously.
So, Neville's convinced it's between the Manchesters this season, but he's convinced of that every fucking season.
Yeah. So that's why if whoever doesn't challenge City, then third is going to be United, because if they don't, then it's United second, but like not by 20 odd points behind City, which I don't see happening again.
So you are more choosing United based on like this isn't even like having
Football
faith. This
heritage.
isn't even having
This
faith
is-
in the team. This is just like
it's looking at how they've performed recently, and like I also, if you look at the other managers, Erik ten Hag is not he's not a Klopp and he's not a Pep,
yeah.
but he's better than
the
other.
I mean,
Arteta.
he did wonders with Ajax in 2019.
yeah, so that's why I'll put him in there.
He's better than Arteta, is what you're saying.
They that's why it's
Similar.
It's touch and go between him and Arteta.
Third and fourth.
Yeah,
That's the battle.
yeah.
All right. Look, just to wrap things up, we are running for quite a while now, but
Okay,
it's obviously the second and first. For me, I'm going to go bold here, but let's just say who thinks going to take the league. Fuck second place.
Yeah.
First place is Arsenal.
I'm going with Arsenal.
I think Arsenal's winning it this season.
I think
bro.
Arsenal
I
too.
think Man City is going to feel the knock to their lack of depth.
Yes.
And I think Arsenal are going to reap the rewards of improving really smart, bro.
Yeah.
The players we bought in so far are working out.
I do not see that happening.
Well, you see them in fourth apparently.
But no, what you're predicting in terms of City taking the knock, but
Okay.
I don't see.
You don't think it's
Arsenal-
enough of a knock?
No. I don't see
doesn't see
Arsenal
Arsenal.
being the team.
Oh,
to
to
pick
actually
up.
take
to take
advantage.
advantage.
Yeah, I see it as obviously.
Look,
Liverpool.
I think the only thing holding Arsenal back at this point is Ramsdale. If Arsenal get Raya, I think
No, fair. Look again. Fair.
if Arsenal get Raya, I think Arsenal is set, dude. I think
David Raya.
Raya. I think they would be completely
And again,
set.
with Turner's deal being finalized, that pretty much guarantees
He's out.
Raya's coming in.
Yeah. So I think
having said that, yeah,
you see, and
they one player away from that.
I still would say City.
I'm not gonna lie, I still think it's a goal scoring striker. No disrespect to Jesus.
No, it's not a goal.
Even if because Ramsdale's good enough. So, but
Yeah.
you won, key player
from killing it.
from being on City's.
Yeah.
So
I think it was Timber. I think it's Timber.
City-
I really think
From
it's Timber.
challenging him or from picking or from picking up from the left off or picking up where they drop off.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah.
fucking second.
It's one player.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
That's true.
I think City, obviously, they do have Gvardiol. I think he's so far like the only major transfer they made.
He's
So
brilliant,
that adds to the
I think
defense.
I
Their
think
defense is really good. Their
Kovacic
defense and their
counts as a
goalkeeper.
major.
Okay, Kovacic, yeah. But their defense and their goalkeeper is really what puts them over Arsenal.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, without a doubt, that is a better back defensive line than Arsenal has.
As much as I love Saliba,
Yeah.
Saliba's sick though.
But as soon as you take Saliba out,
we look more vulnerable.
if you
But
take,
he's
if you
not gonna
take
get
John
injured this
Stones out of City, you still got Nathan Ake,
Laporte.
you still
Yeah,
got
yeah,
Akanji,
yeah.
you still
Yeah,
got
yeah,
Laporte, now you got Guardiola. So I think I think Arsenal overall have better depth now. I think them getting Havertz, Rice, Jorginho last season, I think their depth overall is better.
Their starting 11 is still the set
quality.
same, but they've got more depth.
Especially
so
once
much more.
once
But
the new players get into the swing.
My
of it, bro.
thing is, okay, it's a different season. It's just that last season, I don't think yes, they did, obviously in depth, but specifically their starting 11 wasn't good enough
Yes.
on the day
Yes.
against City. You can say maybe it's because they were tired and they didn't have the depth, but yeah, like they still that step behind City, I think. Even if they got that depth, they still.
Nah, look, I will never argue with anybody who bets on City over Arsenal.
Yeah,
And I know you want to say there's still that step, but we just watched them beat them in the Community Shield.
Yeah,
I think that step is so much closer now that City have gotten
if
worse.
it was a different side, if it wasn't City, then yes, but City
here's the thing.
purposely starts slow, bro.
Here's the thing: you saying Arsenal's starting 11 isn't as good, but City's starting 11 has gotten worse.
It has, yeah.
There's no more Gundogan.
Yeah.
Cancelo's probably still gonna leave.
Yeah, fair enough.
And Arsenal's starting 11 has gotten better now. I think you put it ice in that starting 11.
It's going to be interesting.
It is going to be.
That battle. But so you've
I'm still
got...
not convinced.
Have you got City champions or Liverpool champions?
I'm still got Liverpool.
You got Liverpool champions. You think Liverpool are going to go from
zero to...
From 6th to 1st? Where did they finish last season?
Okay, logically, it's... obviously, City win and Liverpool second. But the heart in me is, okay, look here.
That's logically...
Liverpool win.
That's bold, bro.
Well, look, if they don't finish second, they win the league. You know what I mean?
That's bold.
And I'm predicting they finish second.
Where did they place last season? 5th or 6th?
Liverpool.
Yeah.
Fucking like
7th or 8th. Yeah.
Are you out of Europe?
7th or
No,
8th.
we're not. We got Europa.
That's what I'm saying.
Fifth.
So 5th to 1st.
Oh, yeah, they did well at the end of the season and came back. Yeah.
That's...
Exactly. But if you look at it on paper, but everyone, including myself, is like, nah.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah, like Liverpool's.
Yeah, you've heard our top 3. Give us your
fair
top
play.
3.
I respect the camaraderie. I respect the belief.
No,
Genuine.
it's not. It's
Because Liverpool have done. I think
based on
crazier
belief.
things have happened, bruh.
Yeah.
Arsenal went from having no European football to challenging City for the title.
Exactly. I'm basing it on that sort of stuff.
Stranger
And the
things have
fact-
happened.
And the fact that out of all the top 8, the only side that has challenged them in recent years is Liverpool and
Yes.
Arsenal.
Yeah.
So like actually challenge them, and only one to actually beat
Ironically, I
them.
will say Man United have taken more points of City than Arsenal.
But the only
have in
ones
the
to
last,
have
I don't know,
beaten them is
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
So that's why I'm basing that on like.
Yeah.
last season
And
was
if
a
you
peak
can do
season.
that, then you can fucking do anything. You
Yeah.
can go from 5th to 1st. You be all you can be, Spons. When you're good, bruh.
Look,
This
bro, that
Liverpool
team,
side are
that,
good.
the team has changed a lot, but they've got it in them, bro.
Nah, I'm with you,
To go
bruh.
to like for a Champions League, lose it, then go to the final.
Yeah.
That sort of to keep going again. Liverpool's gonna win the league.
That's
And
what
you guys
he's
are giving me
saying.
shit about it, but I'm just saying, like, if it's not Liverpool that challenges, then who else? Arsenal. But I
Fourth
put them in
place
fourth.
Arsenal.
But I put them in fourth. So
If not first
So it has
place
to be
Liverpool, then 4th place
So that's
Arsenal.
No, you know what? I'm gonna say that.
Nah, yeah, the science is sound. Nah, fair play.
And on
fair
that
play.
bombshell.
It makes sense in my head.
Let us know your predictions. Who you think is getting relegated, your top 8s, and another reminder about the fantasy league. I'll put the code for it in the description below. And yeah, man, I think this was a good one. I'm very curious to see who gets it the most right. Like I said,
Yeah, we will come back to this
once
video
the window
a year
closes.
from now.
No. When the window closes, we can do some touch
Predict
ups.
how long Logan's shades are gonna
I'm
last.
saying no touch-ups.
When the window
No
closes.
touch-ups.
When the window closes.
This is a...
I just mean, what if all of a sudden United announces the return of Ronaldo? What are you
I
gonna
should
do?
have predicted that. That's on me.
Let us know your predictions, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.